Are you ready for the King of the Ice? Pete's Power Plays with Philly Pete starts now on 12 Ounce Sports.
And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Thursday, May 5th, Cinco de Mayo edition of Pete's Power Plays. I'm your host, Philly Pete, and we're live on 12 Ounce Sports and Zingo TV, channel 761. Thank you all so much for taking time out of your busy afternoons as we talk more NHL pucks for today, recapping last night's pretty nice night on the ice. Pretty solid night. I'll recap last night's results, and then we're going to talk game number 2s. Going into this evening's game, another great slate as well. These series are just going to get more and more intense, and I cannot wait. But this show, Pete's Power Plays, is sponsored by BetUS. Create an account with them today and use the promo code 12ounce, 12OZ, and they'll match your first deposit up to 125%. You got Zingo TV, channel 761. Those that are tuning in, welcome aboard. If you don't have it, it's a free app. Download it, and then once doing so, flip over to channel 761, where today's episode is live of Pete's Power Plays. Amazon.com. We have a website out there with 12 Ounce. Go to www.12ouncesportsradio.com/Amazon. And don't forget to check out the 12 Ounce Sports store, where there is a large variety of Pete's Power Plays apparel. The summer season is upon us. Warm weather. Get your t-shirt or tank. Different colors, different sizes. Hey man, let's ready to rock and roll into this Thursday night. But here we are. We're back. We're live. Glad to be part of you. Glad to be back with you guys again. It's nice to be doing 2 shows out of 3 for the week, knowing how busy work's been. But no meetings today. Decided to come on, do the show for you guys. We had a great night last night, so let's recap the 4th, May the 4th be with you edition of our NHL plays from last night. Starting off, we go 6-3 overall last night. Pretty solid night. Clients go 1-1, but cash out on a 2-unit winner with that Wild over. So Wild on the money line, no problem. That cashed out very easy. Bruins on the money line. A loser right there. I was debating on getting rid of that play, but I just had a gut feeling. It was just a gut feeling of mine. I did like Boston. But, just Carolina has a different chip on their shoulder right now. Up 2-0, going back to the Garden. We'll see what Boston can do. I think they will take a game. And I think if it's anything, of course, Game 3 is going to have to be the game that Boston wins. Otherwise, Carolina has this. I mean, they're going to sweep. Carolina will likely sweep if that's the case. That's how I feel. I personally feel that if Boston comes out sluggish once again and gets destroyed by Carolina, and Carolina somehow walks out away in the Garden with a Game 3 victory, I am tempted to say that the Canes will be sweeping the Bruins 4-0 if the Bees don't get their act together. So that's what they need to do. Bolts on the money line, plus 120. Good play there. I was on the Lightning all day yesterday. I was just waiting for a good number. Plus 120 stuck out to me. I thought that was pretty good. Great value there as well. I did mention that on the show as well. I mean, it was a do or die situation there. Vasilevsky's numbers in Game 2 after they're losing in the first game is astonishing. I mean, he is unbelievable when it comes to Game 2s, and it showed. It absolutely showed. Got a little scary towards the end, but the Bolts were able to hang on, cash us out that plus 120 dog on the money line there. So the series there is 1-1 heading to basically back to Tampa. I mean, this is a wide open series. I feel like this could go 7, in my opinion, and it should go 7. This is a good matchup between the two. So Bolts on the money line, that cashes out. Wild first period over 1.5, that was not a problem there. That cashed out. Oilers first period minus a half a goal. They win 6-0 but they couldn't get one goal in the first period. It's okay, so we'll lose that one. However, the under 6.5 did cash out for us. The Hurricanes Bruins over 5.5 that cashed out for us as well, quite easily. Like I said, I mentioned that on the show too. I mean, I was on the over. I expected Boston to score, and they did. They did score more. But Carolina is just a different breed. I mean, they just putting up 5. I mean, that was an easy over. It absolutely was. We got lucky with the Kings under, I had to say. We absolutely did. Oilers had a great 6-0 showing. The team total over 3.5 for the Oilers cashed out as well. I believe that was on the show yesterday too. I was very high on that team total for the Oilers. So that cashed out. I was debating on putting that as a play, but laid off, praying more for the under than anything. But hey, we lucked out. We could have had a double banger, but I stuck with the under 6.5. Hurricanes over, like I said, Canes Bruins over 5.5 that cashed. Bruins puck line plus 1.5, and the Oilers money line at plus 110. That lost, unfortunately. And then the Wild over 6, 2-unit play for the clients that cashed out. So 6-3 on the night with a plus 4.2 overall units. Hell of a night on the ice. Let's repeat it again tonight. NHL playoffs sit at 12-10 with a plus 2.55 units overall. NHL year to date, 828 wins, 724 losses, 42 pushes, plus 77.9 units overall, just shy of 78 units overall for the NHL season, including playoffs. So rocking and rolling on the plus side for the playoffs. I know it's only been the third day, but it's good to see. It's very much good to see. So let's do it. Let's go back. We're back on the ice here. Again, I'm not doing any commercials because I just feel like I have missed so much time with you guys already between last week and on Tuesday. I miss you guys. So I'm not gonna do any commercials. Commercial free. Pete's Power plays between yesterday and today, unless if I need to do a commercial. But at the moment, I'm not, because I have less than 25 minutes with you guys to discuss 4 solid games here tonight on the ice. So without further ado, let's kick it off tonight. The Pittsburgh Penguins against the New York Rangers. Pens lead the series 1-0 with a very gutsy 3 overtime winner right there. Penguins up 1-0 on the series against the Rangers. Over-under here is at 5.5. Rangers line is moving intensely right now. They opened up at minus 130. Now quickly moving to minus 165. A lot of people on the Rangers tonight. 75% of the betting consensus on the Rangers here as well. So it's kind of obvious where everyone's going here tonight. Pittsburgh, they were a dog on game 1. Dog again at plus 140 here tonight. I just think that this is a Rangers game. If Rangers lose this one, they got to get one at home. I mean, that's where they play their best hockey. 27-10-2 this season at home for the Rangers. 19-23 covering the puck line at home, and 5-5 in the last 10 with the home overs. Pittsburgh comes in 24-12-2 on the road this year. 24-18 on the road covering the puck line. 5-5 in their last 10 road overs. So just the same as the Rangers. However, I think tonight we just saw a massive explosion of goals in that second period in Game 1. I feel like these two teams are going to play more defensively tonight. Some books are even showing at 6. So if you get the 6, I'm on the under 6. I like the under 6 in this spot here. I still like the under 5.5. But I think the Rangers come out firing. I really do. I know the line's a little juicy, but the minus 1 you can get at plus odds. So I do like the Rangers here tonight. I will back the Rangers tonight on the money line minus 160. Again, look for wherever your book has best odds. But this line has been moving, and it will continue to move until tonight. But for now, Rangers money line minus 160. And I also like Rangers minus 1 as well as we head in tonight. I believe they do tie up the series before they head back to Pittsburgh. In terms of the over-under, like I said, it opened up at 6, down to 5.5 now. But I still like the under 6 and under 5.5. I feel like the Rangers come out firing. And a little side prop that I'm not into. I do post team totals once in a while. I'm not crazy for them, but if I had to say something for tonight, Pittsburgh Penguins team total under 2.5 goals. Something that I saw last night. I saw it at plus 100. That's how I feel. I believe in excluding overtime. So no overtime included. Under 2.5 is at plus 100 to plus 105. But if you have overtime included, it's a little bit more pricier, I believe, at minus 135. But I just think that Pittsburgh's good for tonight to at least to say 2 goals, I would say. But I just think the Rangers take care of business tonight. They should. 3-2, I'm thinking. 3-2 Rangers, 3-1 Rangers. But I think this is Shesterkin's game in hand now. I really do. Had a great performance in Game 1. Just unfortunate that they had that game. They were up 2-0 early, 3-1. Pittsburgh comes back and takes care of business, and then triple overtime is what you needed for Pittsburgh to win that game. But I think Rangers have a bad taste in their mouth. I like them in their revenge spot to tie up the series before they go back to Pittsburgh. So there you go. Rangers, money line, minus 160. I'm also going to take the -1. I also like the under 6 in this game and a side team total prop. Penguins under 2.5 goals there. Excluding overtimes at plus 100 to plus 105. Including overtime, I'm seeing minus 135. So just a side little prop I would consider taking as well. Those team total fans. For sure. All right, next up, we have the Washington Capitals at the Florida Panthers. Over-under here is at 6.5 once again. Florida is still a whopping minus 270 on the money line. Washington plus 225 once again. 80% of the consensus on Florida. Again, not surprised. Washington leads the series 1-0. What happened to Florida? This is, like I said, this is Florida's wake-up call. They lose this game, I think the series is over. This team's just 58 wins on the season, and how dominant they've been at home. I mean, it's tough to see them losing back-to-back home games against the Capitals. I just can't see them being down 0-2. I really can't. But all credit to the Capitals. I mean, they've been playing extremely well. Game 1, they shut down that crowd in the third period. Scored 3 goals in the third to win 4-2. I mean, it's just been a very good Game 1 for Washington. So Florida, 34-8 at home this year, 22-20 covering the puck line at home, 2-5-3 in their last 10 home games. Not what we're thinking as Panthers overs are concerned, because we're used to seeing goals galore, and 2 goals being for the Panthers. No one really expected that. Everyone was expecting 4 goals from the Panthers. Washington comes in 26-10-5 on the road, 29-13 on that puck line on the road. They play spectacular road hockey, and they still do it. They still have all season long. 4-5-1 in their last 10 road overs there as well. So over 6.5 once again is here, but you have to imagine the Panthers come out firing. Absolutely, I do like the -1.5 for the Panthers tonight. I believe they take care of business. The -1 is too pricey for me, but Florida -1.5 on the puck line, I like that. I believe you can get at plus 105. Also, the team total over 3.5 looks pretty good to me. First period, you could even consider taking for the Panthers as well. You have to imagine they come out firing. Like I said, look at the teams last night. Look at Tampa. All right, 3 seconds to spare. They get that first period to take the lead, take the crowd out of it a little bit. Edmonton, obviously, nothing the first period, but they basically blew it wide open. Teams that are down 0-1, that had this home ice advantage for 2 games and lost their first game, have to come out winning here tonight. So that's why I like with the Florida Panthers, puck line -1.5. I think they take care of business. They should. They kind of have to take care of business tonight before they go up to DC. Panthers puck line -1.5 plus 100. I like the team total over 3.5 as well. Panthers first period puck line -0.5 goal. Something to consider there as well. I just feel like this team is going to be coming out hungry. They're feisty. They want to win. Get these fans something to cheer about after the first period. So I would consider that as well. First period over 1.5 goals as well. I could see Florida easily going up 2-0 early in this game. So something definitely to consider. And once again, we're going to keep rolling with it over 6.5. We should have had it last night, the other night in Game 1, but we were just 1 goal short of that. Let's keep going. Let's go with the over 6.5 here as well in between these 2 teams. So I'm all over the Panthers. I believe they tie the series up 1 apiece. And, this is a Florida team that we all saw in the course of the entire regular season how dominant they can be. But playoffs are a different story. Like I said, Edmonton, like I said last night, had a must-win situation. They cashed out no problem. But for the most part, and same with the Wild. I mean, the Wild came out firing too. 3-0 after the first period. That's something that you want the fans to be cheering about. They tie up the series last night as well. So they go back down to St. Louis for games 3 and 4, but the series is tied. So these home teams that are down 0-1 must win these games. And Carolina took care of business. They're up 2-0, no problem. Going up to Boston tomorrow night. So I mean, but yeah, give me the Panthers here. I believe they tie up the series. I'm all over the Panthers here tonight as well. I would even consider a Panthers Rangers moneyline parlay. Definitely something to consider. Two teams that need to win, and I think they take care of business. So if you're thinking moneyline parlay like a two-teamer, I think Florida and New York is your top choices here for tonight to get that money line parlay. And if you're feeling a little bit spicy, take the Avs as well if you're digging a three-teamer. But I just think that this Rangers-Panthers money line parlay should be a done deal, hopefully. But that's how I feel. That's how I feel between these two teams. So there you go, Washington and Florida. Florida, please don't disappoint. We also have 28-1 tickets for the Panthers to win the Stanley Cup. So let's go Panthers. Seriously. Okay. We're going to go over to Denver now, where the Nashville Predators playing the Colorado Avalanche in Game 2. Over-under here is at 6.5 again. Colorado minus 400 on the money line. Nashville plus 310. 80% of the public money on the Avalanche here tonight as well. I'm not surprised. Once again, it's been an absolute roller coaster. Like this is when we were waiting for the Avs to show up in the playoffs. During the course of the second half of the NHL season, they were kind of inconsistent with scoring. Scoring 1 goal, scoring 2 goals, not really the firepower that we're used to seeing. Well, he dropped 7 goals in Game 1 against Nashville. And let's break this down real fast. Colorado is 33-5-2 at home this year, 23-19 covering the puck line at home, 5-5 in their last 10 home overs. Nashville comes in 20-17-3 on the road, 24-18 on the road covering the puck line. 8-2 in their last 10 road overs. I feel like we're going to get there once again here tonight. But Avs, too juicy of a price for me. If you want to add that three-teamer, Rangers, Panthers, Avs, that's cool too. I like that. Something to even consider. Like I said, Avs minus 1.5, Avs minus 2 even. Something to think about. But I think the best play in this game is the first period. Puck line minus 0.5 goal for the Avs to cover that in the first period. They did it, no problem, 5-0 after the last game. I took that. Let's roll it again. I want to take the Avs first period. Puck line minus 0.5 goal as well in the first period for the Avs. So something to consider those first period bettors. Over-under here, 6.5, like I said. And the first period over, like I said, 1.5 or 2. Probably a good spot too. I'm definitely digging that. So over first period, 1.5 or 2, whatever you get your hands on. Colorado first period puck line minus 0.5 goal. We got there last time. I think we get there again. Give me the over 6.5 as well. They scored 7. I don't see them stopping at all. Colorado, I think they're going to keep laying pipe, laying goals left or right here. I mean, I can see another 5-6 goal night possibly for Colorado, but I do think we're going to get this over 6.5 here tonight. Nashville, they'll score, okay? I think they'll score actually more than 2 goals tonight. They're going to be pushing. That's how I feel. A lot of people thinking, Colorado will be down, Colorado will be up 2-0. I think so. I think Colorado will have no problem being up 2-0 in this series, but Nashville's going to be coming to fight. So, to me, you could look at Nashville team total over 2.5. That's at plus 110. A little bit of value there. Nashville scored 2 the other night. Very capable of scoring 3, especially in a game where it's a must-win situation for Nashville. But that's how I'm feeling. So Nashville team total over 2.5. Yeah, plus 110. Good spot there. Just kind of like my Pittsburgh Penguins play that I had under 2.5 goals at about plus 100. That's excluding overtime. But Nashville's good. They're good for at least a couple goals. I think they can get 3 tonight. And at plus 110, good value for the team total. I think that's a good spot for the Predators because they will be pushing here tonight. But all in all, with this game here tonight, I believe the Avs take a 2-0 commanding lead until they go back to Nashville. Colorado, New York, Florida, 3-team money line parlay, something to consider there as well. Colorado minus 1.5 on the puck line. Again, just something to consider. I do like that. I just think there's no stopping this Colorado team right now. Over 6.5, first period over as well, and team total. The first period puck line for the Avs. We cashed out the other night with that at plus 105. I'm going to keep rocking it out again. I just think Colorado should easily get 2 goals in this first period, just the way they've been playing since game 1. So, all over the Avs tonight. I think the Avs take the commanding 2-0 lead. However, I believe Nashville is good for 3 goals. And at plus odds, it's worth a shot. So there you go. There in Colorado. Preds, Avs, game number 2 there tonight in Denver. Okay, last but not least, the Dallas Stars at the Calgary Flames. Over-under here is at 5.5. Calgary minus 245 on the money line. Dallas plus 205 on the money line. 75% of the public money on Calgary. I'm not surprised. I'm absolutely not surprised at this. Calgary 26-9-6 at home this year. 22-20 at home covering the puck line. 5-4-1 in the last 10 home overs. Dallas 19-21 on the road. 16-26 on the road covering the puck line. 3-5-1 in the last 10 road overs. Right off the bat, I'm going under 5.5 in this game. It was not a problem last time. I want to keep rocking it out once again with the under 5.5 in this game here. Dallas covered the puck line in game 1. I think they covered the puck line once again. Plus 1.5 for the Stars. I just feel like they could steal a game. It could have been game 1. I mean, we only saw a 1-0 game. We could have easily seen Dallas walk away with that win here. But something tells me that if a dog's going to win tonight, it's going to be Dallas. I don't see. I mean, it's very possible that the Penguins go up 2-0, but I just don't see it happening. I don't see Washington winning. I don't see Nashville winning. I think the only dog that could walk out with a victory tonight on the road that's heavily favored is the Dallas Stars, plus 205. So under 5.5 in this spot here. I like the first period under 1.5 goals as well. Small lean there, bigger lean on the under 5.5. But I want to go Dallas Stars. Puck line, plus 1.5. I know they're terrible on the road, but they did it in game 1, and I think they could do it again in game 2. And I will sprinkle a little bit on the money line for the Dallas Stars at plus 205 as my dog play of the night. One of these dogs are going to win, okay? And I know, Nashville. I don't see that happening. But like I said, I do think Dallas has a shot against Calgary. They did in game 1. I think they can steal game 2. So all in all here, Dallas money line plus 205, puck line at plus 1.5, under 5.5 as well. I would even, again, a small little lean on the under first period, 1.5 goals as well. It's just a battle of defenses. Okay, good defenses. Good goaltending. I just don't see this going over 5.5. If they're seeing a 1-goal game, in total in game 1. So there you go. Dallas Stars, Calgary Flames. Game 2 tonight. Flames lead 1-0. I'm going to go with the Dallas Stars money line plus 205. Dallas Stars puck line plus 1.5. Under 5.5 there in Calgary. So there you go. I got about 5 minutes left with you guys. 6 minutes left. Those that are in the chat, let me know what your favorite bets are for tonight. Any player props? I'm not really a fan of player props, but those that are interested, go ahead. Chat away if you want, and let me know what you guys like. Other than that, I'm just going to keep rambling on about tonight's game 2s. So a recap, those are just coming in now. Rangers on the money line, minus 160. I also like the Rangers minus 1 here tonight. Under 6 in this game as well. I just think the Rangers come out firing here tonight. Something to think about. Again, after a 3 overtime performance, Shesterkin, unbelievable net, of course, only to lose in triple overtime, which is a shame. So I think that this team, being at home, down 0-1, these teams have the right to win these games here tonight. And obviously the line is just moving right now. And don't be surprised that the Rangers close at minus 175 by the time 7 o'clock Eastern time rolls around for the drop of the puck in New York. But Rangers, Moneyline, minus 160, under 6 as well. Rangers minus 1. And my team total for the Panthers. Team total for the Penguins, under 2.5 goals at plus 100, excluding overtime. Including overtime, I believe you can get minus 135 from what I saw. So that's how I feel in that game there. I think the Rangers tie up the series 1 apiece as they head to Pittsburgh. And Washington, Florida, I'm all over the Panthers. I believe they take care of business tonight. Caps up 1-0. Surprisingly, I did see a couple cappers did take the Caps on the money line at plus 225 last time. So kudos to you guys. But I think Florida wakes up here. I like the Panthers' first period puck line here, minus a half a goal. I believe that they should be up after the first period. First period over 1.5. I like it as well. Panthers puck line. Panthers team total over 3.5. Just I'm all over the Panthers here tonight. I'll be short and sweet here. That's how I'm feeling between these two. Nashville, Colorado. Colorado should be up 2-0 after this series. It just I kind of feel bad for the Predators, but I don't. I just think Colorado is just the better team. They're kind of scary to watch, and that's how I feel. I think the Avs go up 2-0. I'm not dropping $400 to win a $100 bet. I can tell you that much. But Colorado puck line even minus 2.5 could be considered here. But I do think Nashville brings a fight. Just I don't think it's gonna be that close, to be honest. So I could see another 6-3 sort of game, just the way that game 1 went. Absolutely. But Avs, Preds, over first period as well. I'm going to rock out the over 6.5 there too. Nashville team total over 2.5 at plus 110. They had 2 goals in game 1. They're going to be pushing here tonight. I feel like it's very capable about them going over 2.5 goals at plus 110. Definitely a good spot there. And Canes Pens, I believe you meant Canes Bruins game 3 tomorrow. Real quick, I'll get to that question after I wrap up my final segment here. But I'm all over the Avs. First period over. They should take care of business. And Dallas puck line plus 1.5. I want to sprinkle a little bit on the money line at plus 205 and the under 5.5. I could see Dallas out of all these dogs tonight. I think Dallas could be the one to steal game 2 and possibly tie up the series in Calgary. So there you go. I'll look ahead to tomorrow. Let me just change the date here, and I could talk about tomorrow real fast since I don't have a show tomorrow on Friday. But Carolina and Boston. I've been riding the overs in these past 2 games. I think we're going to see more of that. I want to keep rocking the over 5.5 there since we still have it. We cashed out the first 2 games, the over 5.5. Why not keep rolling that over train in Carolina and Boston? So I like the over 5.5 there. Boston's opening up at minus 135. What I'm seeing right now, which is about right. I'm not surprised. Carolina's plus 115 after basically dominating the first 2 games. But Boston at home is just 26-13 at home. That's how I feel. However, they can't cover the puck line at all. They're 13-28 at home, covering the puck line in 41 home games. So not a very good at all puck line record. So, but I do think Boston at home, brink of elimination basically. If they lose tomorrow, I think lights out. I think Carolina sweeps them. So I think this is a do or die game for Boston. And I do think Boston wins this game tomorrow at minus 135. I'll be happy to take Boston once again. They're better than what their name shows. But Carolina's just a different breed. So Boston, I like tomorrow to win game 3 and the over 5.5 goals. I'll keep riding that over train there. I think Boston bounces back tonight for tomorrow. Excuse me. I can see and then in terms of all the other games here, these are all toss-ups. These are all pick-em games for the most part. Toronto and Tampa, back in Tampa, Minnesota and St. Louis. I could easily see Toronto and St. Louis taking game 3s. Absolutely, I can. But Toronto, like I said, is known to choke. I hope not. But I could see Toronto win game 3. I could see St. Louis bounce it back and winning game 3 at home. L.A., Edmonton, tied at 1 apiece. Does Edmonton wake up? But now we're in L.A. L.A. is opening up at plus 130. So something to consider. Maybe even the puck line where they've been good as well. So, but there you go. And unfortunately, I'm out of time. I hope you all have a great, great weekend. Look out for your plays. Let's keep rocking and rolling into tonight's card. A couple plays on tap. Like I said, I want to be finalizing it this afternoon and getting that out to you guys as soon as I can so you can get the best number. Listen, have a great weekend. Happy Mother's Day as well to all those mamas out there. And be safe, and I'll talk to you guys on Tuesday. I'll talk to you. Bye.